What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everyone's doing well. In today's video, this is going to be a quick one running through some recent news for XRP, HBAR, and Casper. So first up, looking at the HBAR price chart, we finally poked above 10 cents. The last time we were at this level was back in January of last year. We still have a variety of sell-side imbalances, all of these purple rectangles up here yet to be tested, and the RSI is an overbought on the weekly. Another thing I want to point out is we have the new weekly pivot levels for 2024. So we have the new Fibonacci pivot levels on the chart, and these are based off the trading of the previous session. We're at the weekly R1 today, and we can see the weekly R3 up here at 13.7 cents, exactly the same low that we had back in June of 2021. So if we turn the lights on, we can see that this low back in 2021 during the summer is exactly where the R3 is. And HBAR is one of the few assets that is yet to retrace to its previous pivot level up here, very close to the R3. And going forward, I'm still going to be referring back to all these pivot levels that we have above, because even when we drew the R2 and R3 up here, this helped map the top for HBAR last cycle. So we can see during the bull run, when the circulating supply was far less, we came up and also found that level as the top. And still drawing a Fibonacci retracement from the all-time high price to the cycle low thus far and just drawing all the way over. And looking at the pivot levels, we can see that the previous R3 was very close to the 786. And overall, looking at HBAR, great to see we're above the weekly 50 moving average. This served as resistance for a while, so we've broken above it, even back tested right there. All things you want to see for a continuation to the upside. Remember, when Bitcoin is pushing into an all-time high price last cycle, this is what HBAR did. And even last month, HBAR's monthly RSI has finally crossed the middle line or the 50 line. Next up, we got some big news for Hedera today. Big thanks to Eugene for sharing this with me. We have Wise.art, subsidiary of WiseKey, the company that we've spoken about before, secures investment from the Hashgraph Association for pioneering authenticated digital assets and cryptocurrencies. So this is the same group that has worked with Casper Labs in the past with WiseSat. They minted the first NFTs from space on Casper Network. So we've spoken about this back in 2022 with WiseKey, WiseSat, Casper Labs, and SpaceX. And now we have today WiseKey securing an investment from the Hashgraph Association, or Hedera, to propel the expansion and utilization of the Hedera network and further development of the innovative Wise.art and Sealcoin cryptocurrencies. So Sealcoin is a cryptocurrency protocol offered by the Seals Q Corp right there, a subsidiary of WiseKey which focuses on developing and selling semiconductors, PKI, and post-quantum technology hardware and software, designed to establish a robust economy specifically for billions of internet-driven devices, enabling them to exchange not just data but also currency seamlessly. We also have right here the tokenization of WiseArt's equity shares. So Wise.art equity shares will be tokenized under the Swiss regulatory framework using the HTS or Hedera's token service. And they'll be listed on a regulated digital securities exchange. So definitely keeping tabs on this because Hedera is an absolute powerhouse. Next up, for anybody that stakes their Casper, I posted this on Twitter or X, steps to download your Casper staking rewards for tax reporting. So for anybody curious, you can find these instructions step by step. I posted this on Twitter. You mint this Casper Live subscription for the tax year of 2023. And once you mint the NFT, then you can request access and just input your email where you'd like to receive the report. From there, you can send the report to your CPA or just upload that report to your tax tracking software, whether you use TaxBit, Coinly, etc. I linked Coinly below. This is what I use because it's compatible with Casper Live. So this is also linked right in the YouTube video description. And here's a clip of our favorite guy, Jim Cramer, saying you can't kill Bitcoin. He believes it will be a Bitcoin ETF, discusses the SEC that's always been against it, and saying that not everything will survive, but he does believe Bitcoin survives.
No, there won't be an ETF, but I do think that the people who are in it for that are going to use that as a chance to sell. But this thing is, you can't kill it.
No, you can't.
And the late Charlie Munger, who was so brilliant on so many things, was blind to this. Now you can say, wait a second, maybe it's all going to come
Jamie
unravel.
Dimon has not spared any negative words.
No, but look, I mean, it's a reality and it's a technological marvel, and I think people have to start recognizing that it's here to stay. The SEC's been against it almost the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that every one of these is here to stay, but I do think that this is a remarkable comeback that was unexpected, except for all the bulls who turned out to be right.
Gensler does a lot of jawboning.
Didn't work.
So we have a bunch of articles coming out anticipating the Bitcoin spot ETF that could be approved in Q1, and we can see some of the high-profile spot Bitcoin ETF applicants. And to date, the SEC has rejected every application for a spot Bitcoin ETF. And if a spot ETF is approved for Bitcoin or Ethereum in the future, it's a big deal because it offers direct exposure, and it's backed by the actual Bitcoin rather than just futures contracts. And we're still waiting on the response from the SEC for the Bitcoin spot ETF applications from BlackRock, Wisdom Tree Funds, Invesco, and Galaxy Digital, and Valkyrie or Valkyrie funds. I'd be very surprised if the SEC actually denied BlackRock's application, including Grayscale with their Bitcoin holdings over 600,000 Bitcoin worth almost $20 billion. We have all types of articles discussing the approval potentially this month. I'll believe it when I see it, but I do believe a Bitcoin spot ETF is just a matter of time. Looking at the previous cycles in terms of length, these each took over 1,000 days for Bitcoin to break into new highs. The RSI for the Bitcoin monthly chart right here looks great. The only consideration is back in 2019, we had one more big crash into reaccumulation before going into highs. But every single time this RSI has pierced above 70, here, and here, we have created a new all-time price. Now looking at Grayscale today, we can see assets currently in their product family. Now this is back from 2022 and this is the latest post they've made. But here's a list of the assets or altcoins under consideration. We have ZRX, IOTA, Kava, Monero, Near, Oasis or Rose, which has been doing great over the past few months. The Graph, Gala, VeChain, and more. And looking at DeFi Llama, looking at the all-time high of total value locked, it was well above 170 billion. We're sitting just over 50 billion today, nowhere near the previous all-time highs. The all-time high for total value locked or TVL for the crypto asset class is still over 3 times higher than where we are today. And if you saw this put out by RippleX, their 2024 outlook for the future of blockchain, they believe we're going to see the convergence of AI and blockchain. You can keep tabs on the top generative AI or even AI and big data tokens on CoinMarketCap. They believe stablecoins are going to be revolutionizing the currency landscape, absolutely, especially if we get that stablecoin bill. And a big focus on tokenization and RWAs or real-world assets, with real estate, commodities, treasuries, and bonds. And the XRP ledger will be a leading blockchain that will enable these use cases and streamline transactions. And Marcus, the SVP over at RippleX, sees the expanding use of smart contracts and tokenization on the XRPL. With the tokenization of conventional assets such as bonds, equities, real estate, funds, and various financial products, may be the use cases which allow for traditional finance to tap into the crypto tech. Discussing tokenized treasuries, and remember JP Morgan with Onyx have already settled over $900 billion in tokenized US treasuries, in a big focus on DIDs or decentralized identities, with its potential to revolutionize individual privacy and security on the blockchain, and stimulate an increase in institutional volume on DEXs. We can refer to the XLS 40 amendment for DIDs or decentralized identities on the XRP ledger, in the future of ZKPs or zero-knowledge proofs and then SNARKs, and their adoption becoming a standard practice in blockchain projects. And SNARK stands for Succinct Non-Interactive Arguments of Knowledge, absolutely crucial for financial institutions handling large volumes of transactions. Cross-chain interoperability, and then pro-compliance privacy. And these technologies will help enhance compliance without compromising privacy. So many things are being built on a variety of layer 1 networks, including interoperability of course, but also ZKPs. And I know this was pretty interesting a while back, showing the hosting history for Bitcoin.com. So Tiffany was pointing out this IP address and saying that XRPL.org back in 2007 was also using this. So basically this is showing the hosting history for the domain Bitcoin.com, and it indicates that this IP address was associated with Bitcoin.com back in 2007. And because this IP address was used by XRPL.org back in 2007, some people are speculating that maybe Bitcoin.com and XRPL.org were run or even built by the same people. Now that would be crazy, but we just don't know, because IP address sharing can also be common due to the use of shared hosting environments. So from my limited understanding, I'm wondering if anybody has ever successfully accessed the historical DNS records, or have used a reverse IP lookup tool to show which domains were associated with this IP address. Last but not least, just highlighting the Casper network token standards. So we have CEP47, this is the original NFT standard. We have CEP78, this is the new and improved version of CEP47. We have CEP18 for a fungible token standard instead of an NFT. Pretty much like ERC20s on top of Casper. We got the latest one I saw yesterday, CBRC20. So this is the first Casper inscription, just like BRC20 with Bitcoin ordinals. So I posted this on Twitter with a bunch of links and resources just going over this, and yes, IPWe's patent mint is going to be using this new contract CEP78. And being able to upgrade the metadata is a big deal for enterprise adoption. We're going to see more and more layer 1s allow upgradability. And not every single contract has to be upgradable, but some technologies need to be upgradable. And it allows you to upgrade your contract for any types of regulatory changes or compliance, improved efficiency, sustainability, even future-proofing, and enhancing security through continuous updates for vulnerabilities and bugs. And then the CBRC20 or the first Casper inscription as well. So this contract was brand new yesterday. You could see it was created 4 hours ago and over 20,000 transactions. So if we go to Casper Live, we can see 1 day ago. So there have already been over 150,000 deployments for this Casper's inscription contract. So a bunch of blockchains are doing this, allowing inscriptions. If you want to read more about this, I posted this on Twitter with different resources in the docs. To pull up this thread, you could probably just type in on Twitter right there, Casper Network Token Standards. And to finish up today's video, I saw shared by Casper Labs right here, we have the 1.55 Peregrine Protocol update. So we linked the GitHub for reference, and we can see going through this 1.55. And looking at Casper's protocol roadmap and just scrolling over 153, we have Peregrine right there. And for 154, reducing block time to 16 seconds. Now per the 2024 roadmap with Juliet and Condor Casper 2.0, they're also trying to reduce the block time down to 1 second. And I'll play that clip where Meta, the CTO of Casper Labs, says that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Really a lot of exciting capabilities, and we're going to shorten block times again. The intent is to get to 1 second block times with Condor, right? So that's a huge change. We'll be probably one of the only protocols that will upgrade consensus within the first 4 years of launch.
Wow!
And it will be a brand new consensus protocol with the Condor release.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.